Hi, my name is Amy Magyar. I'm an ICF PCC coach mentor and the owner of FromWithin Coaching based out of Burlington, Vermont. One of the coaches that works with us here on our collaborative is Megan Flanagan. She is not only a coach, but also a strategist as well, and someone who has been helping FromWithin continue to grow and flourish every year. And I am so grateful for everything that your patience in investing in FromWithin and our little company.
Thanks for having me, Amy.
Absolutely. Meg, the thing, as a mentor coach, I work with people all the time around the skills of coaching as they're going through certification. And even though the official mentoring that I do with them for the ICF standards does not include the business strategy, often that's a sidecar, and a side thing that I work with them on is, I hear it time and time again, which is, I love to coach. When I am coaching, I am in flow. Time flies by. It doesn't matter how tired I was before or after. It just is, I'm in a state of flow. But when I ask them how are exploratory sessions going, there's like crickets. There's like total silence, and you can feel them just scrunching in because it's not one of their favorite things to do. And for coaching, exploratory sessions are often the time where the coach gets to know the client gets a sense a little bit about what, the coach's style is and how this is all going to work, because there's so many questions. But what do you think it is about the sale that makes a coach just cringe? Most coaches, not all, but most coaches kind of cringe and go inward.
Well, I think it's the same thing that made me cringe and go inward, because I think sales is a dirty word. It's disgusting. Yeah. It's synonymous with slimy. It's just like, we think we don't like to be sold to, because we have this perception of, or this is me actually, perception of like a pushy salesperson, and like, oh, the used car salesman, all those things, come to mind.
Yeah.
And one of the things that, you mentioned when I started to coach the social media students, they would go through the programs, they'd learn their craft, and all of a sudden they come out and they have to do discovery calls and they have to sell themselves. Otherwise they can't get business. You just don't say, okay, I have a magic piece of paper. Get me, I'm ready to help you and serve you and grow your business. So, it became apparent that, I would just talk them through it and talk to them about how to sell themselves and just kind of do some coaching through it. And about a year ago, I got hired to actually help a woman sell her high ticket program. There were actually two women. One woman's program was about $12,000. The other woman.
Wait. Say it again. $12,000?
$12,000 a year. And the other woman's program was $25,000 a year. And
wow.
Span of about 2 weeks, I had to take a number of calls, and I really had to take, it's funny because I started selling in retail at 14. And I hadn't really thought about my whole career until this moment in time about a year ago happened. And I thought, I'm helping this woman sell her program because I believe in it and I'm passionate about it.
Yeah.
Those are kind of my requirements, if you will. Like, I'm not going to sell something I don't like. Why would I would never do that. So therefore, selling becomes natural to me because I'm helping somebody else. I'm throwing somebody a lifeline sometimes. And I believe in it. So if it's something I believe in, I believe I will share it with you.
And let me pause for a second. We're really hoping that the people that are coaches and female entrepreneurs, what they're selling, they believe in. Because if they don't believe in it, right?
Right.
Anyway, I just need to say that because we hope that that's the, and sometimes when it's not, that's information, right? So I'll let you keep going, but I just wanted to chime in for a second. Yeah.
No, but in this time frame where I was selling these programs in a very short amount of space, like sometimes I talk to 20 people in a day, and I just kind of started to craft this framework of, you know, selling, and I was taking what I had learned when I was 14, when I was 17, when I worked at a store in the mall where we had required commission sales, and I hated it.
Yeah.
Figure out a way to get around it. And I figured out how to not be that slimy salesperson and not be that person that called on the phone once a week to tell them something new had come in.
Right. Right.
I figured out a way that it made me feel good as a salesperson, and it helped them and it helped me, and everybody was happy. So I just kind of, all the things that I've learned along the way, I put into practice. And then I thought, you know, oh, I'll create this framework and, you know, help female entrepreneurs in the group that I'm in now. And then funny enough, one of our From Within coaching masterminds, we had talked, and I said, let me, you know, do you want me to share this? Like, is it meaningful for coaches and, you know, to sell their own services? And I laugh now because I can't believe I asked that question. But it was really cool because, you know, just helping people develop a framework when something so intuitive to me and you as well, because of our backgrounds in retail,
Yeah.
it's not intuitive to other people.
And it's okay that it's not, right? Like it's really okay.
Yeah. And it's just like, but what a great opportunity to be able to just like say, listen, here's the framework, but you're going to develop your own recipe. Like, here's the ultimate, like, cookie recipe, but you get to put the chips or the nuts,
Yeah.
the berries in it, and do whatever you want with it.
You're making my mouth water, by the way. You're killing me. Meg, I think whether it's for us at From Within, we attract a lot of coaches who are either becoming coaches or current coaches and trying to either pivot into a different, maybe from wellness to a little bit more executive, or from executive into wellness. And then we have a lot of business owners that are coming in because they've decided to change their career, but they need a partner. And I think the best way that I could describe what you do with that framework is you become that business owner, emerging owner, or current owner. You become their partner. And then what you do is you help them by using your framework. You're almost like creating a partner for them that they can rely on.
Yep.
And so, you know, the goal of coaching is never to have lifelong clients that always need you, right? It's about helping them be self-sufficient. And I think what's so amazing about this is that you're creating self-sufficiency around their style, their whatever it is, services that they're selling or product that they're selling. And it's individualized for them, and it can pivot based on what's happening in the market for them, whatever it is. So it's like this lifelong, that does become the lifelong partner.
Yeah.
And I can say that it absolutely, I always know when we do our masterminds, I always watch the faces of our affiliate coaches as you're talking, and just watch literally their heads pop, or they smack their head. I do that a lot, right? Smack my head is just, what you're sharing is probably out there in the world and shiny packages and nebulous things, but the way you've brought it all back in together is so tight and sharp and dead on, and it doesn't all feel smarmy, selly, looky, pushy, all of those things, and it fits them. And as an individualist, as one of my clips and strengths of being individualization, I hate cookie cutter programs. It just goes against who I am. And I think you've done a really incredible job creating framework that then lets them decide whether, and I'm going to do the metaphor again, the chocolate chips or the raisins or the berries or whatever they're going to throw in. And then if they decide that they want to not make that cookie anymore, but make a different cookie, the framework is still there for them to do it. So
Yeah.
I think it's brilliant. And I know it is going to be so helpful for potential clients who are either thinking about starting a business, revamping their business, or trying to figure out how to pivot. So
Yeah.
I thank you for bringing that wisdom not only to From Within as an organization, but to be able to offer that out to our clients, because it is a huge part of the stress that I think especially coaches feel, because we didn't get into this to become business owners. We got into this to coach.
Right.
The sidecar is coach, is being a
You got to
business
sell
owner.
yourself. You got to
Yeah.
sell your services at some point.
Whew, wow. Thank you. I thank you for bringing this to us. I know that this will not be the only time we talk about this, but I'm so grateful for the time today.
Thank you, Amy.
Thank you, Megan Flanagan.
Bye.